What is shaking, everybody? Sorry, I fooled you. I said we're going to do it at 5. We're doing it at 4:30. That way we can be done and get ready for Bama and Oklahoma as the college football playoffs start tonight. And every other week we talk to my good friend, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Douglas Kerr. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hello, Thomas. What's happening?
Oh, God. I'm just, sitting by the fire, enjoying the fountain. They got the Christmas lights up in the background. It's like, I'm good. I'm good right now.
Is it not raining over in the East Bay?
It is. It is. But I got the canopy up, as you can see, and I got my Pliny the Elder.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm
nice.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you like I mix and match. So I got the show sponsored by Fieldwork, but I also have Pliny the Elder. So, I can't. I can't be, and as much as I love Fieldwork and they're sponsoring the show and Barry's my guy, I can never be monogamous in craft beer. I mean,
I think everybody respects that about you.
Yeah,
even the folks at Fieldwork, they understand.
Yeah, I think they do.
So.
Yeah, I'm a craft beer philanderer, is what I am, I guess. Oh my goodness gracious! All right, let's get into a little hoops and maybe a little Christmas and stuff like that. Where do you feel like you're at right now? I said the 20 game. I talked about it last week. I go, give me 20 games and I'll let you know what I think about the team. So we're beyond the 20 games, and it's pretty obvious that when we've talked about this is nothing new. So when you guys don't turn the ball over, you're pretty fucking good. When you do turn the ball over, you're beatable by just about anybody. And that's damn near what happened. You guys had the 14-point lead, turnovers, shot selection. I thought shot selection overall was pretty good, but that 5 minutes, it wasn't very good, along with the turnovers. Is that what else troubles you at this point aside from the turnovers? Or is that like the biggest reason whether you win or whether you lose right now?
Well, it is the biggest reason, but it's not our only concern. I mean, and we I think we've got a lot of guys who can play, but we haven't necessarily found a set rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't want to play 8 guys or 9 guys even. I don't feel like we're that kind of team. I think the way the game is played with the pace and the youth today, and having 3 guys 35 and older, I think we do need to play a lot of people, but I don't think we have found a set rotation. Some of that is injuries. Some of that is just we're searching for good combinations, and there's some overlap in skill sets, and so trying to piece this puzzle together this year has been pretty tricky.
Do you feel like? I mean, would it be fair to say you feel like you have 15 guys that you could put an NBA game and they can play?
Yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
So I think now, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never thought you could play 13 to 15. Right. Well, yeah, I don't even think 15 could be active, but you can't. There's not that many minutes. How do you go about like telling guys, okay, this game's yours, this game's not? How does that work where you get like 10 through 13 where guys deserve to play, and it may be based on who we're playing and the matchups,
right?
And everybody's got to be ready. You might play the next 2 games and then you may sit for 2 more games. How does that work?
Well, I try to be really open with the guys and give them a heads up if they're either going to play or not going to play. There are some guys on the roster who I don't even have to say anything to. Guy Santos is one. Even Gary Payton, as good as Gary has been for us, and as many big games as he has played in. A night like last night, where he only played 4 minutes, I don't even have to go to him and explain it because he's such a professional and he already understands. Yeah. And but other guys, younger guys, I definitely go to and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and this is why. And but you're right, we got 15 guys who can play, and so usually I can't play more than 11. I played 12 last night. In the first half alone. That's a hard thing to do. But I do feel like certain circumstances dictate who we need out there. And so if we need 4 or 5 minutes from Trace, Jackson, Davis, then we're going to do that. And so right now we're a little jumbled, but we're also trying to find a rotation that we can stick with.
Ideally, do you think with all the overlapping talent, you need to kind of cull the herd, so to speak, and make a 3-for-1 trade or a 4-for-1 or a 4-for-2 or whatever, just to try to get some other guys in here who maybe have a different skill set that aren't as replicable with
Right.
this team?
Well, it always sounds good in theory, but there actually has to be a deal out there. Ironically, we were in the same boat last year. We had a lot of guys who could really play, and we ended up getting Jimmy in a great trade. And those trades often not available. And so if I know that Mike and his group are always looking at deals and what's out there, and nothing usually heats up until February. But when that happens, that's a really difficult time to go through too, because a lot of the guys are looking over their shoulders and wondering if they're going to be around, and that's not an easy thing to navigate either. So there's a lot going on this time of year as we evaluate the team, and every team out there is kind of figuring out what they need to do.
Yeah. So I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, and I think I know the answer to this, but just for people that are listening or watching, like, you couldn't go to Spoelstra and go like, listen, fuckface, here's what I'm giving you, and here's what you're giving me back. This is what I fucking want. And like, he would say, okay, fuck it, okay, here you go. Like, you can't do that. They actually have to be active participants in the trade.
Yeah, they actually have to agree.
Well, that makes it way fucking harder.
And it makes it a lot harder. I actually do get emails, like Joe Lacob. I get emails from fans, and
do you respond?
I occasionally do, but often do not. If something warrants a response, I will respond. Yeah. But I'm not going to put anything out there that would be controversial.
Yes, exactly.
But no, like I remember last year before the draft, I had a guy, he kept emailing me and saying, just offer Dallas 3 firsts for Cooper Flagg. And
why didn't you do that? I should have thought of that.
I don't know. I kept telling Mike, and actually the guy sent me like 3 of them, but he kept calling him Cooper Cup. And yeah. So he
now you could get him for 3 ones. I'm pretty sure.
I know we could get Cooper Cup for 3.
I think you're right.
Yeah, later in his career, but Cooper Flagg, I don't think that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure for 3 firsts you could probably get 2 girls in a cup, if I'm not positive. But who knows how that works? Yeah, I mean it's amazing. You know what? See, that's why you're so much better at this than I am, because if somebody emailed me that, I'll just start off by going, listen, fuckface, why don't you fucking email Dallas and see what they think of that deal? See if they would take 3 ones for Cooper Cup, Cooper Flagg, fucking any Cooper you want, in Bradley Cooper. Like, Michael, I don't care. Cooper, Michael Cooper. Like, just ask them if that's a deal they want to do. I used to get so much of that on the radio. Hey, why can't we give them our like 6 worst guys and get their best player? Like quantity is going to make them go, oh, you're really giving us 6 guys. Like, wow, that's an amazing deal. I was like, what do you? Yeah, call Dallas radio and see what they think of that deal. It's like it's just so tedious. Like I don't think I could answer people. And look, Joe's gonna do what Joe's gonna do, and I appreciate. That's the one thing I appreciate about Joe. He's a fan, and he wants to win, and he's gonna spend the money to win. Like the bottom baseline, at least you have that. And I appreciate that he would email him back. But when I read how old the guy was, I'm like, hey, pal, go watch a fucking DVD of the '97 Warriors, okay? I don't want to hear you're 27. You think it's all championships and craft beer and chocolate and it's fucking rainbows and this is great. And oh my God, our team's average now. What the fuck are we gonna do about this? Like, I don't know, just fucking sit and watch it and take it like everybody else does. Anyway, see, I wouldn't be good at this, Steve. I wouldn't be good. I'd like type everything and then somebody would come by and go, oh, okay, you can't send that. What are you doing?
Right.
What is wrong with you, you moron? So let me ask you this. Ideally, without we know other teams have to actually agree to trade. You have to give them something they value. It can't just be a one-way street. But let's say ideally, would you like to maybe thin the herd a little bit on some of the overlapping skill sets that some of the players have?
It's a hard question to answer because everything is theoretical, and I do know that I trust Mike. Mike has done an amazing job as GM. He's signed guys who have helped us on the court. He's signed guys to good contracts that are tradable. He's given us the flexibility to go out and do something. And there's no doubt at 13 and 15, we'd be foolish to sit here and say we can't get better. So I'm for anything that helps us get better for sure. But until I actually hear what that is, it's hard to, comment.
No, of course. Of course it is. Let me ask you, and I try to stay away from this because I know you don't, it's not you don't like talking about it. You and I both are tired of talking about it. But I think with Kuminga, it is an interesting situation in that we're getting close, a month and a half away from the trade chatter and trade deadline. I think he's expecting that he might not be here. I don't know. It's just a kind of a weird situation that I can feel watching the games on TV. Like, it's probably weird for you. It's probably weird for him. Maybe weird for his teammates. I'm not sure. How do you handle a situation like that where there's so much chatter out there? You know what he you know what he wants to be, but you also know how he can best help this team and fits with this team. And maybe those two aren't compatible with one another. How do you go about dealing with the next month and a half or so?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, everybody wants honesty. They don't want to be pandered to. They want to know what's what. But you have to deliver those messages with some empathy. It's a tough spot to be in. He's got two little girls at home, and he's been here 5 years. And Wiggs was in this exact boat a year ago. Wiggs actually was about to have his third child right at the trade deadline, and his name was floating out there. And so we kind of go through this every year, but there's always like a player or two who become the focal point of the trade deadline. I always just try to talk to the guys about the business, and this is how it works, and how few players in NBA history played for one franchise, and it's all part of the deal that you sign up for, but it doesn't make it any easier when you feel like you're being shipped off, and you got to pack up your family and go. It's hard, and I just think it's important to acknowledge that to the players and try to understand that part of the business.
That's the part that fans don't get. They don't get this isn't Stratomatic basketball. Like, these are humans that have families. Some of them have kids in school. Some of them have to worry about selling the house. Some of them have to go live somewhere for 2 or 3 months without their family. And I know what everybody's going to say. Well, they're making 20, 30, 40 million dollars, whatever. And granted, I mean, that's no question. It's part of the deal. Still doesn't make it any easier. And it still doesn't make it doesn't make it less difficult for someone that has to deal with this for the first time, because I don't know how you feel. I was never traded. I was never wanted badly enough to actually get traded. But I try to tell people, you got to try to look at the positives that somebody wants you. Like, they want you enough to trade for you, but that's hardly the way they usually look at the other side of it. Like, God, why are they getting rid of me? What did I do wrong? And it's just a hard situation to go through, isn't it?
It is. I can't believe you never got traded.
Steve, I wasn't good enough to get traded. You kidding me?
Neither was I, but I still got traded.
They could just see you were better than I was. They could just pick me up during the offseason. They're like, "Hey, we got to trade for this bum." You kidding me? I'll get him during the offseason. We're good to go.
Well,
but you had to do it. Go ahead.
I never got traded in mid-season. No, I did actually. I got traded from Cleveland
to Orlando.
To be a magician.
You came down with me to be a magician.
Yeah, that was in December, and Nick was born November 9th, so he was 3 weeks old. And Margot and Nick and I lived at the Orlando Marriott right across the street from the O-Arena.
The O-Arena. And you and Lori and the three of us, Margs and me, and then Nick, 3 weeks old in his little car seat. Yeah. We used to go to dinner all the time. Church Street. Church Street, exactly. Downtown Orlando. Church Street. Oh with the NASA ball that I used to get on.
That's right.
What was the name of the restaurant we went to? That was a jungle theme restaurant.
Jungle Jim's. Yeah, Orlando known for its fine cuisine on Church Street.
Oh, big time. Yeah, when I think fine cuisine, I think Orlando. Yes. Immediately.
It was there. Olive Garden was another hot spot on Church Street.
Oh, the Olive Garden. We're your family. Or I forget what the what the slogan was. Oh my gosh, that's right. You were traded there mid-season. Yeah, I was never traded. Like I got cut a couple of times, and then hooked up with one time I hooked up with the Clippers, and another time it was with Orlando that year. I got cut from the Warriors, and then Nelly cut me.
Yeah, I always thought you got traded from the Warriors to Charlotte. So that's you got picked up by Charlotte after the Warriors waived you?
No, I was Charlotte first, then Warriors. And then after the Warriors was Orlando, Clippers. Oh,
you were Charlotte as a rookie.
Yes, I was on the inaugural team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was me, Rex Chapman, Tim Kempton.
Yeah,
Dave Hoppin.
Yeah, and you had the pleated shorts, the Ralph Lauren pleated shorts.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah, Kelly Tripucka was he was something. He was
please, Tom, elaborate.
He was interesting. Well, it was funny because so the night I got waived, it was December, right? And so we had a party that night, like a team party, and I got waived. I was like, well, shit, I'll just go and say goodbye to everybody. And I probably drank a little bit too much. And Kelly Tripucka comes up to me and goes, "Hey, pal." And this was the guy that the first time I had lunch with him, I sat down with him at a restaurant I was at preseason. I can't remember. Anyway, I was sitting by myself having lunch, and he goes, "Hey, you mind if I sit down?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, cool. Come on, sit down." Kelly Tripucka. Yeah, I've watched you play on TV. Cool. So I found out via the lunch that his father was the first AFL quarterback for the Broncos. That was cool knowledge. I like that. I also found out that he was better at soccer than basketball in high school. Not sure why I needed to know that. I also found out when people told soccer coaches he was better at soccer than basketball, they were amazed. Didn't need to know that. And I was like, are we just fucking gonna go over how great you are and how great your fans are? Is that what we're going with here? Like I was like, good Lord. So yeah, Kurt Rambis was my guy. Kurt Rambis was my guy with the Hornets. Kelly Tripucka wasn't. So I get cut, and he comes up to me the night I got cut and gives, I forget what he said to me. I can't remember what he said. All I remember is looking at him after too many drinks and just saying, "Shut the fuck up, Tripucka. Just leave me alone." And that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the conversation. And then I went back to drinking.
Take care.
And I know Tim Kempton and Dave Hoppin thought it was really funny. Oh my God. But Earl Curitan I loved Earl Curitan. R.I.P. I think he passed away recently. He was a really cool guy. Ricky Green, Rex Chapman, Sexy Rexy. was on that team. And then you remember was it Dave Harder or Ken Harder? Coach, God, what was his first name? Harder. Guy that coached it was Dick Harder. Thank you, Dick Harder. I remember him coming up to me one time, and he didn't love me. He was an East Coast hard ass. I was a West Coast kind of like, it just we weren't all that compatible. And he comes up to me and he goes, "You know what? If you were 6'10", you'd spend 10 years in this league." And I go, "How the fuck does that help me?"
You're supposed to be coaching me. That doesn't help. That doesn't help.
Wait, you want to get me an Iron Maiden so I can stretch myself out? Like, how does that possibly help me?
Please.
It doesn't help me at all. Oh my God. That was that was amazing. Like, I didn't get the Lenny Wilkins and Phils and the Pops. Like you had three of the most, and Cotton walk. You had three of the most, and I love Cotton too. I wouldn't put him quite in that category, but anyway, you had some of the most amazing coaches in NBA history.
I know, it's crazy
to coach you. Like, did that hit you while you were playing for him? Like, this is wow.
It didn't really hit me until after the fact. I mean, Pop kind of was, when I got there, it was his third year, so he wasn't like Pop yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I could tell what a special person he was. I who knew the kind of success he'd have, but by the time I left, he had won 2 championships, and so he was on his way, and you could tell he was heading for that territory. Phil, you knew. When I joined the Bulls, they had already won 3 titles, and Phil was famous and had already written several books, and known as the Zen master, the whole deal, and that was such a unique experience. And he was such an incredible coach that we all knew at that time we were playing for a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I remember saying one time, everybody talking about the Zen. I go, try that Zen shit out in Vancouver. See how it works there. I mean, the bottom line is, look, I appreciate what Phil has done, Riley has done, Pop has done, what you have done. And I know you wouldn't put yourself in that category, but if you're not, you're fucking right there with them. It's not the X's and O's in the code. Like, look, you have to have talent. I tell everybody, you don't win with talent, period. No coaching. There's not a coach on the planet that's good enough to take a mediocre team and turn them into a championship team. You got to have talent. It's how you bend that talent and how you get that talent to achieve as a team instead of individuals. Yeah. And I think you do that beautifully. Pop and Phil did it in different ways. But that ultimately, to me, is what coaching is. How do I convince everybody that what they do is special and it fits into a team, and whether it shows up on a box score, it actually helps us win, and that everyone can feel proud of the accomplishment. Like, you may not get 20 points, but we're winning basketball games. Like, how do you do that and hold that together? Like, what's kind of been your secret sauce a little bit to kind of hold, like, getting everybody to feel like, hey, whether I score 20, get 10 rebounds or whatever, they need my contributions on this team, and what I do is important.
I just think everybody has to feel valued. Everyone on the team wants to feel like they're part of something. And it's important. It's crucial, really, for the coach to make them feel valued, make them feel important. And there's got to be kind of a vibe that they feel every day when they get to the gym. That's what I really pride myself on with the Warriors. Is I think everybody who comes through here feels an environment that is comfortable, but also challenging, and that guys enjoy, and they know that we're, helping them get better and trying to help them have great careers. And so I just think it's the vibe, but I'm with you completely. Pick a sport, name a coach. The only way that coach has really become elevated and celebrated is through great talent. And so it makes you wonder how many great coaches have there been who just didn't ever get great talent, didn't have the horses
Yeah.
to get there. And I'm sure there are plenty of them. In fact, I still remember when I played for Cotton Fitzsimmons my rookie year, and the Suns that year won, I think, 57 games and made the conference finals. And one of his messages to the team, it was probably like his 15th year coaching in the NBA or something, and one of his messages was, I'm loving coaching you guys because I've never had the horses before, but now I got them. Now I got the horses. that was that Southern twang, that Missouri twang.
Yeah.
And he was right. Like, he was a great, great coach. You felt his presence. You felt how much he cared about you. You felt his humor. You felt his offensive innovation. But he mostly coached bad teams, and that's why he's not as celebrated as the guys who won a lot of titles.
Yeah, I mean, look, the only way you would ever know is to jump into a Marvel comic book, go into a bunch of different alternate universes, and each year the coaches coach a different team, and then you just keep switching. That's the only way you could do that.
I can't believe you just used that metaphor, because I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm sorry,
you weren't.
No,
actually, you weren't thinking that.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying, look, we agree you need talent, right?
Yes. We agree.
My point is, the only way you find out for sure who the best coaches are is if each coach coached every team as is. Yeah. Right?
Mark, where does the comic book part come into it?
You've never heard of like the alternate universe? Like, you've never watched the Avengers? You've never watched like movies like that?
Oh, well, not really. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty common knowledge. I thought that was going to be a home run. Everyone knows this one.
There have only been 9 of them, Tom. I'm waiting till there are 10 until I start.
Did you see the one with Thanos where he snapped his fingers?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Now I know you're into the artsy movies. You don't like that stuff where it's fucking, we can just popcorn movies. And by the way, what's the last good movie you've seen that you would recommend to somebody?
I saw the most recent movie with Leo DiCaprio.
What was that?
Did you see it?
I did. I liked it.
It was awesome. Yeah,
I liked it
a lot. Of course, neither one of us can think of the title right now, but it was good.
Another problem or another something, or I think wasn't there another was part of the title. One battle after another.
Battle after another.
Yeah, I had one word right. I didn't get the one battle, but yeah, Sean Penn.
It was great.
He was really good. Yeah,
a little wacky, a little different, but I enjoyed it. Yeah.
No, I liked it too. Favorite TV show, new TV show you're watching?
What are we watching right now? Pluribus.
Yeah, Pluribus is good, isn't it?
Pretty good. Yeah. I like
it's pretty good.
Like, kind of, it's not really science fiction, but it's different. It's kind of, I like stories like this that are different. And so Margot and I have been watching that. You and I have both been watching the latest Ken Burns documentary, The Revolution.
American Revolution. Yeah, God, it is dense.
It is dense, but it's
dense.
Fascinating. I was really wondering.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I was wondering what it would be like to see a documentary that actually has no footage, right? Because it was 200 years ago. So
yeah.
And they found a way to do it really effectively. There's a lot of great artwork. There's obviously, lots of interviews and letters, things from archives, museum pieces. But
yeah,
that guy's incredible, Ken Burns.
God,
stamina to do the research and put together. Yeah. It's incredible what he does.
It's amazing. What episode are you on?
We've watched 2. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the last episode.
Okay,
I'm on the last. I hopefully this isn't a spoiler alert for you, but Benedict Arnold, it doesn't turn out the way you think it's going to turn out.
What? Really?
He fucking yeah.
He's not a patriot?
Turncoat motherfucker.
What? Damn it.
I know. I didn't see it coming either. His last episode, I'm like, this guy's been kicking ass. What's he doing? What's he doing?
What ends
Arnold?
Whatever happens with that Washington guy?
He turns out okay. Yeah, he turns out okay. Hale helped to help him out quite a bit, but yeah, he ended up. What's that?
Does he become like a senator or like a congressman or what is he?
I think president. But I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. I think there was like a Martha in there.
I'll wait.
Yeah, and all that shit.
What a couple of morons.
Oh God. You know what I didn't know though? I had no idea, and I probably should have known this. I had no idea that Boston was basically an island at one point.
What about that? Right when they showed the map,
I didn't. I was like, "What?" Go away. I didn't get. Yes. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I guess it had that little strip, that little like peninsula, and then obviously since then they filled it all in, so it was easier to get to the city. But that was kind of wild. But yeah, I feel like I'm learning something. But like I said, it's so densely packed with information. I feel like I'm learning, but my head's leaking at the same time. Like I'm getting information and I'm losing it all at once. I'm trying to hold on to it so I don't gotta watch it. I go, am I gonna have to watch this again? Just to collect this information? Come on, Ken. Help a brother out.
There's a joke in there somewhere that I'm sure all of your former coaches, your mom and dad, I'm sure they would all have a joke to follow that up.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the joke would be, I wish you gained more than you leaked.
Yeah.
You seem to leak a lot more. Right. Anywho, all right, let's get into Christmas a little bit. What's good now? You're gonna have you got the one grandkid.
Two now.
You're gonna have. Is it two? Oh, that's right. It is two.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought two was coming, but two. That's right. Two's here. Yeah. So you got two for Christmas. Yeah. What's it like the first for you? What was it like the first Christmas with a grandchild?
Oh, it was awesome. We had a pretty big crowd when Eleanor was born. Both sets of grandparents here, cousins. We had a big crowd, and we just passed her around. We just she was. She was literally born a week before Christmas. Her birthday was a couple days ago, yesterday actually. On the 18th.
Wow!
Yeah, so she was a week old on Christmas Day, and we just handed her all around to everybody. It was a great Christmas gift, and now we have two, and we'll have a big crowd again. I'm pretty lucky. Margot does all the Christmas shopping for our family. I have to.
You're a little busy.
I'm a little busy, but I get her something, and then we do the gift exchange, not the gift exchange. What do you call it?
Oh, like the Secret Santa.
Yeah, well, no, not the Secret Santa. But we all get two gifts. You put them in the pile, and then you go around.
Oh, the white elephant.
White elephant. We do one of those. I got to buy a couple of gifts.
Oh, nice.
For White elephant and one for Margot, and then I'm off the hook. So not too bad.
Have you ever given like a Steph Curry jersey?
Yeah, or how about a Nike sweatshirt from Eric Cousin in the Warriors
Go to the
room.
Hey E, what do you got for me? Oh, those socks are sweet. Let me throw those in there.
I still remember in college, Coach Olson's kids complaining to me, if I get one more Nike item from my dad for Christmas, I'm going to go berserk. That's all they got was Nike gear.
Lou was just like, here's the freebies.
Yep.
Yeah, we do the Secret Santa. So it's like one person gets one name, and that's all you buy for. You buy for one person. That's it. And then the grandkids, everybody can buy for the grandkids. Every game you just get whatever. Yeah, get them what you want. Because I'm like, I go, do you actually think if I want something, I'm like a 60-year-old adult. If I want something, I'm going to wait until Christmas for it.
Right.
Like, no, I'm going to go get it is what I'm going to do. Yeah. And then I'm going to end up giving you an idea to get me something just so you can get me something to fulfill your quota. And we don't have to worry. I go, do we really need to get anybody anything? Just give me a 6-pack of beer.
You and I are on the same. We're on the same page on this one, Tom. But I'm going to tell you right now, Margot is not. So she's not.
Well, then you're not.
us. Yeah, she is Santa Claus, so she loves it. She's great mom, great grandmother. She gets everybody amazing gifts, and
You're with me though.
yeah,
You like Thanksgiving better, right? Where it's just no
I do.
gifts. Let's
I do.
hang out, have a great meal, watch some football.
Yep, that's the way to go. Yeah.
And we're all good to go. All right, before I let you go, just let me circle back to some hoops just for a minute. So where do you feel like you guys need to make the most improvement going forward?
Offensively, by far. I mean, and it's not just the turnovers. It's we've got to find better spacing, better rhythm. I thought we found a good groove last year after we got Jimmy, and we were actually pretty efficient offensively. We're like 23rd in the league in offensive efficiency right now. It's not just the turnovers. We don't get much at all in transition. We're not a long athletic team that gets out and runs and scores easy buckets. So we have to execute better. A lot of that is going to come down to, can we recognize, how to play through Jimmy like we did a year ago. Get him the ball, let him take care of it, but get spaced in the right spots. I just feel like we're not spaced well. There's no rhythm to what we're doing, and obviously I'm the coach, so I got to figure it out. And but we just haven't found the rhythm and the groove, because all this stuff. I mean, we've played I think 9 consecutive games that have come down to the last 5 minutes. Every game now. I mean, we're good enough to beat anybody, and we're also, bad enough to lose to anybody. I mean, we have to get an offensive identity and rhythm. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck where we are right now.
How do you get the spacing? Because it's not a particularly great shooting team. You have Steph and you have Buddy, but sometimes Buddy has a hard time getting off his shots. So how do you get that spacing that you want to kind of give everybody that room that they need? Like Jimmy creates his own stuff. I mean, Jimmy's pretty amazing at getting to the rim, carving out space, getting to the free throw line. I mean, he's one of the best in the league at drawing fouls, but it helps when you have guys that can shoot around him, gives them even more room to work. How do you kind of find that balance a little bit between the best players, but also players that can give us room to work a little bit?
Well, a lot of that comes down to the combinations that we put on the floor. One of the reasons I'm starting Quentin Post is because we don't want Draymond to play the 5 all the time. It's a lot for him to handle. And Quentin is a floor spacer. He's going to be beyond the 3-point line. If the other team has their center on him, that pulls that center away from the hoop. It creates more spacing. But that also means Draymond probably needs to be down, in the dunker, if not, setting a screen to keep his guy occupied. And so these are all little nuances that come into play. And when you have different combinations and different lineups, a lot of times you don't end up with enough of one thing or the other, whether it's spacing or size or shooting. And so I think that's where we are right now. We're a little betwixt and between, we're not finding enough spacing within the 5-man combinations that we put out there. And so as a result, we become too dependent on Steph and Jimmy. And we're obviously trying to solve that.
All right. Favorite Christmas gift when you were young?
This is actually pretty easy. I mean, I'm like you. I'm just a sports junkie and nut, and I'd rather have an experience than a piece of clothing. Went to the 1976 Rose Bowl.
Wow.
UCLA and Ohio State, Woody Hayes. And so I was 10. My brother and I were huge UCLA fans, and my parents got us Rose Bowl tickets. And we went to the parade. We left like when it was dark out. It's 6 a.m. We left. Palisades, drove to Pasadena, went to the parade, and then went to the Rose Bowl game. And that was my favorite sporting event I've ever been to. And those were Christmas gifts from my parents.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. How about you? What's your favorite gift?
Well, I mean, I didn't get anything like that, but I was thinking, I'll let you think about it while I talk about mine, but your favorite toy you got because I got a couple when I was younger. And one of them was, remember Stretch Armstrong? They
Yeah.
used to just pull, like, it's like there's this gelatin, it's like a strong dude, and you just pull this.
Yep.
But I think my favorite ever, and it was so simple, was Super Toe. You remember Super Toe? It was a
Oh,
plastic dude. He was like a block
yes.
guy,
Yes.
and
And he
you
would,
hit him on the head like this, and his toe kicked out, and you're just banging field goals. So I got it, and we had one of those long hallways. So I just put him in the hallway and put the goalpost down at the end of the hallway, and I would
incredible.
just smash it and hit field goals, and I would keep records of them too, like 55-yard field goal. All right, good, we're good to go. I go, oh, game winner, here we go, and
Super
then.
toe. Oh
And
my
then I'd
God.
move him off to the side to see if I could make it like from the
Oh,
side and stuff like that.
oh,
It was the best. Like that
it's so
and my
great.
Nerf hoop
Yeah.
were my favorite. Nerf hoop wasn't really a toy, but Super Toe, when I got that Super Toe, I think it must have cost like $8 back in the day. I got so much use out of that. I think my palm was
Yeah.
hurting because I was smashing him
Yeah.
on the head. Like when I was 18 years old, my palm was hurting for a different reason. But for the Super Toe, bam, bam, and then my dog got a hold of the football. I'm like, God damn it, King! You can't chew the football. I can't kick it now. What am I gonna do? The football's all like lopsided and stuff.
I forgot about Super Toe. So mine was the big wheel. Did you have a big wheel?
Oh, I love that. Did you ever pull like the brake on it?
Yeah, of course. But we had our house was on this hill, and just so we had a long driveway, but there was another hill to the neighbor's driveway we would take the big wheel, my brother and me, and we would go down the neighbor's driveway, and then you'd have to make a sharp right turn onto our driveway. And there, I mean,
you're gonna go swell.
Oh, there were a lot of accidents, but when you're like 8, there's nothing more fun than like going as fast as you can and wiping out on a big wheel. So a couple bumps and bruises, but man, that was fun.
Now I would tell you this: I had, because I was 10 years older than Jeffrey. I had a big wheel, and we used to put ramps out and jump the big wheel and see if we could, like Evel Knievel style, like make it over like a box or whatever it was. And I'll tell you what, the big wheel was not great for cushioning. No
shocks whatsoever.
you go up 3 or 4 feet and then land. Oh, the plastic wheels were killing you at that point. They were killing you. But it's so funny, Steve. Like I remember Christmas back then. It was just a gift or two. I had one. I should send you the pictures. I don't even know if my mom still has them. But I was probably 7 or 8, and my mom got me an entire Los Angeles Rams uniform. I had the Rams helmet. I had shoulder pads. I don't know if it was Roman Gabriel.
Roman Gabriel.
I had everything.
Maybe, yeah. Vince Ferragamo. No, that was a little later.
Yeah, that was a little later.
Roman Gabriel, probably.
I had the pants.
Was it the blue and white or the blue and yellow?
Blue and white.
Blue and white. I'll bet
it was old school. It was old school. I even had the thigh pads. I had thigh pads that went in my football pants, and I still remember that I took a picture. My mom has a picture of me back in the backyard with the helmet on, the white ram horn, blue helmet, double bar, shoulder pads, jersey. I was like, I was in heaven. I was like, oh man, I get to wear what the pros wear. This is the best.
That's
and then I had nothing to do. I mean, what are you gonna fucking do in a football uniform? Just go run into a wall?
You know who you looked like? You looked exactly like Andy Reid in the punt, pass, and kick competition.
I did. I was super big. I was towering over everybody. But it's funny. So you put all that on, right? And you're like, okay, now what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Like none of your other friends have a football uniform, so it's not like you can go play. Do I go run into a tree?
I'll tell you what we did. So junior high, a bunch of us had, like various forms of that, that outfit. And we, on rainy days, in the winter, would go down to the Palisades High football field when there was no game, nobody was down there, and we would play 3-on-3 tackle football in the mud with our
Did you really?
yeah, with our uniforms on, like plastic pads and stuff. Oh, so fun. Just wiped each other out.
Football in the rain was the best.
The best.
Absolute best. Because you really couldn't dig in enough to hurt somebody and like stick them.
Yeah.
But you just tackle and you kind of fall on each other, and then you get up and do it again, and then you go home, take a shower. No. Anytime it rained, it's so funny now. I don't know how many kids, when it rains, think to themselves, that'd be fun to get our buddies together and go down to the park and play football. Probably none, but
we would do
let's go.
You'd also have to get parental permission, and Joey's mom would have to call Jimmy's mom to ask if they could have a play date together, and there'd have to be a coach. There'd have to be a private football coach to lead the 6 of you through that mud football game.
You had a coach?
No, that's what I'm saying would happen now.
Oh, yeah.
You're not allowed to. Kids are no longer allowed to have unsupervised play in the neighborhood.
It's sad.
It's
sad. If a kid goes 3 doors down, it's like, where'd he go?
Yeah.
Where'd Billy go? Are you kidding me? Where'd he go? Did somebody snatch him up? Oh my God. Oh, there he is. Oh, so worried about you. You're gone for 52 seconds. Oh my God. Whew. So happy you're okay. I mean, we literally during the summer.
Now we're just starting
10 hours.
Yeah, we're starting to sound like the old guys who missed.
But we are the old guys.
Oh yeah.
And I tell everybody, this is what I tell everybody, Steve. It's like you can be upset with people that are on the porch that are yelling.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to, if you're 40, 30, whatever it is, everyone gets their turn on the porch.
That's true.
That's the way life works. You're going to get your turn on the porch. Then the people on the grass are going to be yelling at you for yelling at the clouds. Yeah. And then they're going to be yelling at the clouds, and the people behind them will yell at. I go, it's okay. Just let us have our time. Yeah. Let us have our few years on the porch to bitch about how it used to be and how certain things used to be better to us. And then, you know what? 20 years from now, you can do the same thing. You go, oh, fuck, I remember in 2025, Jesus Christ, what happened to that? What happened to the way we used?
But so I just want to add the fact that most people don't have a show on YouTube that allows them to do that to whoever's watching. So there is that.
Steve, fucking anybody can get a show on YouTube. All you got to do is fucking hook it up. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I'm not special.
All right.
There's probably a hobo outside my house right now that has a show on YouTube. You kidding me? Hobo is a great word, by the way. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Tell Margot and the family I said hi. Have a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I will see you on Christmas as you're taking on the Mavericks. So just enjoy. The grandkids are going to be so much fun. Awesome. Tell everybody I said hi. Give everybody a hug for us. And wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Stevie.
All right. You too, Tommy. We'll see you later. Thanks.
Take it easy, Stevie. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. As head coach of the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, I mean, again, I've just been telling everybody this. Everyone gets their turn on the porch. Well, I mean, unless you die, then you might not get your turn on the porch. So, and that sucks. Because everybody deserves a porch turn. Everyone deserves a porch turn. You deserve to tell everybody how it was better when you were growing up than it is now. When in reality, it's probably 50-50. There's a lot of things that are better now than when I was growing up. Right? If I want to get information now, got it. Like that. But do my grandkids go play like they used to? No. Do they stay out like they used to? No. There's just a lot of things that are different. The one thing that is indisputable that was better when I was growing up than now, you can't even argue. You can't argue this. Serial killers. I lived in the golden age of serial killers from about late 60s to early 80s. So from the time I was about 3 till high school, serial killers were just, I mean, running wild at that point. You had the Boston Strangler, you had the Hillside Strangler, you had Ted Bundy, you had William Gacy. Dahmer might have been mid 80s at that point. I mean, you had some of the, I mean, just again, a who's who of serial killers. And it, you know, put you on edge a little bit. Now, not so much. You don't, the night stalker scare the shit out of me because I was in Southern California. So it has taken a lot of left turns. But why am I blanking? Somebody help me on who Zodiac. How did I figure it's the one guy that wasn't caught? The Golden State Killer. Like that was it. The 70s to about 85, that was it, period. So you could say my era is better. Your era is not better when it comes to serial killers. My era, the golden age of serial killers. And yes, the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, scared the shit out of me. I'll tell you a story that I'm not proud. I'm not proud to share this, but it's kind of funny. And it really makes me look like a douchebag. But can you be a douchebag when you're like 12, 13? I'll let you decide. Because I kind of was. Then this was back when the Night Stalker was terrorizing Southern California. And he was out. Like he would just, and he would enter houses, front, like the bedroom windows, back doors. And it just, like I was 12. So I was like terrified by this stuff. I still remember looking at the picture of Helter Skelter on the back, Charles Manson. Like, I was like, oh my God, scared the crap out of me. And my mom had the book, Helter Skelter. I couldn't get that out of my head. So Richard Ramirez, like, was, yeah. I guess I might have been, no, I was probably like 13, 12. Yeah. So yeah, that was like I was like, lock the door, check the windows, check them twice, put the piece of wood in the window so you can't open it. And I would check it all the time. Now, that part you're thinking, what's the big deal? Well, here's the big deal is that my brother Jeffrey's 10 years younger than me. I love Jeff. Jeff's he's a great younger brother. Jeff used to stay in the back bedroom. So we lived in a house, wasn't big, long hallway. I was the first bedroom on the right. Jeff was the last bedroom on the right. My parents were the last bedroom on the left. And then across from me was the bathroom. And then about 2 steps before that, if you take a left, kitchen. And then the living room before that. So like it freaked me out. Like the Richard Ramirez Night Stalker stuff freaked me out. So what I would do is on my bed, it was next to the wall, like a double. Was it a twin or a double? I don't know. It wasn't huge. So it was a double bed next to the wall. So I'm next to the wall, and then you go further away from the bed, and there's a window. I went and so bad. It's so weak, is what it is. It's just like I look back on this and I go, what do you like? Seriously, I would smack me if I could. I would literally smack me if I could. But I can't. Well, I can now, but I'm not. Because I'm not 12-year-old me. 12-year-old me, I'd smack. I would go get Jeffrey out of his bed because I'd have a hard time sleeping. I'd be like, oh shit, man. Did I just see something at the window? What was that? Did I hear something? That, where there's nothing there. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything, but your mind's like playing tricks. I would go get Jeffrey out of his bed. He's sleeping, right? He's like 2. He's like, Pick him up, take him down the hallway, and put him in bed with me. And if that isn't bad enough, like, geez, soft. You're gonna bring your brother in bed with you to like it just make you feel better. Like, oh, I feel safer now. No, it wasn't just that. I would put Jeffrey on the outside part of the bed in case like Richard Ramirez came in. I figured, I'll take him first. I mean, that's the worst shit ever. Like that is like the worst Big Brother stuff of all time. Here, not only am I going to take you out of your bed, you're sleeping. You're like, wait, like, oh, what are you doing? But I'm going to bring you in bed with me. And he used to like to sleep with me too. So I know it's terrible. I wasn't using him as bait. I wasn't luring him in. I was just, giving myself better odds. Like, if he's going to get somebody, he's easy. He's two. You can just grab him. Be done with it, right? We're done. That was my reasoning, by the way. This is easy. Boom. We're good. We're good. It would have hurt, but I'd have been alive. Instead of thinking, you know what? I'll bring him in here to protect him, put him near the wall. I'll stay on the outside. That way, if he comes in, it's like, let's go. You're not getting my brother. No, I wasn't that tough. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you for whatever reason. I don't know why, because it's not a flattering portrait of myself. Let's be honest. But the serial killer thing was real back then, and it was a lot. And Southern California had their share. Golden State, didn't really know who he was until recently. Richard Ramirez, Night Stalker. Zodiac Killer, Northern California. I think Ted Bundy was kind of everywhere. He was more Northeast. Gacy was Chicago. But you did have the Hillside Stranglers. That was Southern California. Boston Stranglers, of course. Boston. But yeah, that was like the golden age of serial killers. And Ted Bundy was Milwaukee. So, yeah. It's like every week, you're like, another one? Good grief. And we still went out. We still went out and messed, stay at the park. Like, when they say come home when the lights go on, that was it. Like, no one's joking about that. No one's going, oh, ha, ha, ha. No, that's what it was. Go have fun. We'll see you later. It's just the way it was. Never happened today. No one goes out. No one goes to the park and just disappears for 6 hours. Back then, 6 hours was nothing. Noon. Mom, see ya. I'm going to walk over to Steve's house. We're going to play wiffle ball. We're going to go to AM PM. We're going to get some big gulps. That's 7-Eleven. We'll get the super tanker. We used to play wiffle ball for big gulps or super tankers. Go get our drinks. Come home, watch Cubs baseball. Maybe I'll stay over at Steve's house. Maybe his mom will invite me over for dinner. I could have chicken, which they had 6 nights a week. Good Lord. They had more chicken than any family I know. But then I'll walk home. All right, see ya. That was it. Now you just don't feel safe. Would I do that today with my grandkids? Hell no. No way. Things change. You'd like to say you're going to do it, but you don't. All right. So you got Steve Kerr and serial killers. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, bitches. Do we have anything we want to throw out there? If you want to ask me about the Warriors, anything about the Warriors, because there's a lot of things I can answer just because I followed the game forever. That if you want to know about the Warriors, ask them. Serial killers, not quite as caught up. But I did end up reading Helter Skelter way later. There's no way I could have read it when I was younger. That'd have freaked me out. Freaked me out already. No way I could have done it. And so, all right, do we have anything? Comments? Anything? Anybody want to get into anything before I shut this thing down? Feels like it's been a long day, but it's been kind of fun. We did like a lot of show today. We did like 3.5, 4 hours of show. I feel like I said, I feel like I'm doing the radio again. God damn, my knee's hot. Let me turn this down a little bit. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's nice. Once again, I want to let everybody know, show sponsored by Fieldwork. Now, Don, Nelly didn't smoke when he was coaching. He drank. He was a big Bud Light guy. I think he recently started smoking. You can tell he's lost a lot of weight. He's got the biker do going, the long hair, ponytail, growing his own buds in Hawaii. But I think he's gotten off the Bud Light and the beer and started smoking. So he didn't smoke when I was with him. So no, he did not share. I guarantee if I went over there, he would. He absolutely would. Now that's something I've never done. I've heard it's better for you. Oh, it's starting to come down a little bit. Maybe not better for you. Maybe better for you. I'm not sure. I just never have. I've never smoked a joint in my life. Not one. I've had a puff, one puff. That's it. And I'm being completely honest. Never. I just didn't hit me. So anyway, but I do like my Pliny the Elder. It's good stuff. Double dry hop, by the way. And as I was saying, we're brought to you by Fieldwork, official non-alcoholic craft beer of the San Jose Sharks. We were there last night. Had the Toffoli time. So if you're at the tank, grab one of those. 19 ounces, too. It's a banger. It's a big boy. 5.0 Pilsner, Toffoli time. If Tyler Toffoli registers on the stat sheet, assist or goal, get 50% off your first draft beer or your non-alcoholic beer. So, love partnering with Fieldwork. All right, we about done. Max, what do you say? You got anything worthwhile throwing up there? Because I'm just sitting out here. I got nothing. It's kind of fun actually because of rain. Is Merry Christmas to you as well. And thank you guys for listening too. I appreciate you guys listening and help me grow the channel. What trade would benefit the Warriors? Shooting guard, starting center. You know what, Bill? I wish I could answer that for you. If they could get some, I mean, it's hard. It's just hard. I don't know how many starting centers are out there. There's not a lot of big people on earth that can play basketball at the NBA level. And generally speaking, when you get one of those guys, you want to keep one of those guys. So those guys are hard to get. Here's the dynamic. No, the Kings won't ever be good. What do you mean, will they ever be good? They were really good with Weber and all those guys, but I'll get to that in a minute. Here's the problem, is that to get something of that value and make this team a championship type team, you're going to have to give up a bunch of draft picks, like a bunch of draft picks. And I don't even know. I'm not sure that guy's available. I'm not sure that guy exists because these teams that have valuable big guys tend to keep valuable big guys. So ultimately, that's the question for Warrior fans. Like, do you think there's a trade out there that helps you compete for a championship? Maybe there is. I didn't think there was last year until Butler came along, and I think if Steph didn't get hurt, they would have beat the Timberwolves. Do I think they would have beat the Thunder? No, I don't. But the Pacers took the Thunder to 7. So, look, it's possible. But I don't know how much of your future you want to mortgage. You don't want to end up being the Clippers, where you're just kind of okay and you have no assets. None. Like, the Lakers could have been in that situation. Somehow, some way, by some miracle, they end up getting Luka Doncic. And now it's like, oh, hey, we're the Lakers again. I mean, go figure. Lakers keep getting those type of guys. But for those people that think this is hey, let's change the coach, we'll be good. You're dreaming. You're absolutely dreaming. There are just those people that feel like Steve, and you'll never convince them otherwise. I'm certainly not going to convince him otherwise because I'm his friend. So I'm gonna side on the I'm gonna be on Steve's side. I side on they do need a big body, but that's my point. There's not a lot of them out there. Again, you can't just throw out trades and say, hey, let's give them pods and give them this. I don't think they're gonna get Giannis. I don't think they're gonna get Giannis. In fact, I'd be really surprised if they got Giannis. I think that where they are now is probably where most teams would be coming off a 8 to 10 year run that's been as stellar as their 8 to 10 year run has been. And that's why it sets me off a little bit when someone who's 27 years old emails Joe Lacob saying, what are we going to do about this team? We got Steph Curry going off. We still can't win. And then it didn't help that he posted it on Reddit. That pissed me off too. It's like, if you want to have a conversation and then keep it to yourself. Don't share it like some fucking moron. Like, oh, I'm going to get famous. Look, everybody will talk about me, which I'm doing. So who's the moron? Me. But it just, like, I'm not saying you have to be satisfied, but good Lord, you realize what this organization was for 30 years? It was the New Jersey Nets of the West, Clippers of the North. It was terrible. Terrible. Trust me, I watched them every year for 30 years. There were some dark days. Dark days. Is Steve Kerr perfect? No, of course not. Are there some things that I disagree with him sometimes? Of course. But we do see basketball in a similar way. And he's won 4 championships. And please don't say, look at the talent he had. Everyone needs talent. Look at the talent Pop had. Look at the talent Phil had. Look at the talent Riley had. Look at the talent Auerbach had. I mean, everyone has talent. I hate when people say that. I hate it. Oh, yeah, anybody could have won. If I had Herod pull it out, I don't, so I won't. But it's just, there are just some people that like Steve, some that don't. More people than not like him. I guarantee you that. There's just the people that like, oh, we got to do this, but like they know basketball better than we know basketball. Whatever. I'll say what I said last show. Anytime you have a coach that would get another job within a week, you probably shouldn't let him go. Steve would get a job within a week if he wanted it. I made that comparison with Kyle Shanahan. He'd get a job within a week if he wanted it. For those Niner fans that want to get rid of him. Like, it's just, that's the way you should look at it. Would they get it in their job almost immediately? Nope. Let's get rid of him. Yep. Let's not get rid of him. And I'm the idiot. Yeah, you go through the comments and you can't stop yourself. There's one guy that said, we should bring Mark Jackson back. I was going to stick my head in the fountain. Just like stick it in the fountain. Maybe I'll climb on the roof and jump and stick my head in the fountain. That's why I say once the bar gets raised, that's what the expectations are. Everyone expects the Warriors to be a top 4 or 5 team in the NBA every year. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. But I get it. I get fans don't want to go back down. They want to stay at the same level or keep moving forward. Oh, and by the way, they're not wasting Steph. Steph has 4 championships. They won 4 championships with Steph. If you call that wasting a player's talent, then we have different definitions of wasting a player's talent. If anybody's wasting someone's talent right now, so the Nuggets are wasting Jokic. They only have one championship, but he's only 30. By the way, Jokic just broke the all-time assist record for centers in the NBA, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think Kareem's played like 19. What did he play? 19 years? 20 years? I mean, Jokic is going to have the record for assists by a center. He already does, but it's going to be so far beyond, so far out of reach. No one's ever breaking that. No one. Ever. Best centers I've ever seen, passing centers, Jokic, Walton, Sabonis. Those are the best three. Vlade was up there. He was really good at it. And there's some others. Dude Bogut was a really good passer. But those three. Walton was hurt. Arvidas came over here late. And Jokic just dominant. Jokic is incredible. One of the greatest players of all time. So he has the assist record now for centers. Anyway. All right, give me one more. Give me a good one. And then we'll end it. Because I think my pizza's here. Go start watching the football game, and I'm going to light the fire. Yeah, I agree with you, Nutter. I mean, obviously, I agree with you. He's one of my best friends. I hate the fact, and he's super classy. There's no doubt about that. And you're right, Bill. You can only do so much with the players that you have. Like, there's no coach out there that can turn the Warriors right now into a championship type team. Could you argue they could be better? Maybe, if you want to. But it's a talent that you have. And again, I will continue to say it, knowing that people will look at me and say, you're one of his best friends. Fair, totally fair, because I am. Would I rip Steve? No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to come out here and kill Steve. My friendship means more than that. But I will question him on certain things. I will ask him about certain things if I believe them. I'm not going to ask him for you. Not you in particular, but the fan. I'm not just going to say, I believe this, I'll ask this because you want me to. I have to believe what I'm asking. Like, if you say something that's completely stupid and I think it's completely stupid, I'm not going to ask him that. Why would I ask him that? Like, there are people out there that must think I don't know basketball, that I can't talk basketball, and I don't have my own opinions on basketball, that know more than me about basketball. Some of you might. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm going to take my chances on that. That I know more than most of you, and I should. I've played it my whole life. I've played professionally. I'm not. It's not a brag. It's like, oh, I know more. No, I should. This has been my life for like 50 years. I should know a lot about basketball. I've watched it. I've played it. Played it in college. Played it in pro. Played it for 7 years. Played it overseas. Played it in the States, played it at Arizona. So I should know more about basketball. But all I can do is share with you my feelings and my thoughts on the team. And I think Steve is a hell of a coach. I think he's had a lot of talent. There's no doubt that's the main reason Steve's won. Not because he's a great coach, because he's had Steph, and because he's had Clay, and Draymond, and Bogut, and Iguodala, and KD, and Livingston, and West. Look, the players win championships, not the coaches, but the coaches help. And he's a hell of a coach. Oh, nice. You know what? Paulie and Tony will be happy that you're having a Longbridge pizza right now. That's fantastic. I have a pizza coming as well. Longbridge isn't delivered to my house. I'm on the other side of the bay, so no Longbridge for me. I would love it if they delivered to my house because they're Wildcats. I did not know that until I went over there. The guys that own Longbridge, run Longbridge, are Wildcats. Who knew? I know now. So if they were over here closer, I would definitely get, because their pizza was really good. When I was over there for the show for like a half an hour, maybe I'll go over there one of these days when I do a Warrior game. I'll go over there after, pick up a pizza, or like a Saturday game because we start at 5:30. I don't know how late they stay open. Maybe I'll call them and say, hey, can you guys have a pizza ready for me at like 8:30? I'll get done with the game, come over, pick up my pizza, and go home. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. All right, I'm going to get out of here. We'll be back on Monday. So Monday will be myself, Bergie, and Brent Jones after the Niner game. So Niners Colts, we'll probably be on around 8:30ish, somewhere around there. And then after that, I think Friday, maybe we'll take 3 days off for Christmas and do like a Friday recap, Friday handicapping, get you ready for the weekend. And there'll be a lot of bowl games. Maybe Dr. Bob will come on. Maybe we can get him to come on Friday and talk about some of the college football bowl games. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'm pretty pumped. I'm going to my granddaughter's dance recital tomorrow. So Camila has a dance recital. So nothing will make you smile like watching your grandchild at a game or a dance recital or whatever it is, just doing something that they love to do. It's the best. It is the absolute best. So I'm excited to go see her dance and see how the little girls and boys dance over there. So that'll be a fun time. And then it'll be college football playoff all day long. So I should have ordered a bigger pizza today so I could have leftovers tomorrow. That'd have been good. Oh, well, what are you going to do? I'll just keep drinking my beer. That should be good for me. So thanks, Anders. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. I really enjoy being out here and just kind of shooting the shit with you guys and having the guests on that I do. And I appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate Fieldwork for the sponsorship. And if you guys would be so kind, like, subscribe, get other people to like, subscribe. That'd be super cool as well. We can grow this thing faster and do more fun stuff. But I'm having a good time doing it. I'm glad you guys are along for the ride. So have a great weekend, everybody. And until Monday, see ya.
And remember this, Tommy T, cash and tickets is what it's all about.